Iran's economy is heavily influenced by its natural resources, particularly its vast reserves of oil and natural gas. However, its economy is complex and has been impacted by a range of factors, including government policies, international sanctions, and fluctuations in global oil prices. Natural resources and energy. Iran holds the world's fourth largest proven reserves of crude oil and the second largest reserves of natural gas, making it a key player in the global energy market. The oil and gas sector forms the backbone of Iran's economy, contributing significantly to government revenues, exports, and foreign exchange earnings. The country is a member of the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, or OPEC, and has historically played a significant role in shaping global oil policies. However, reliance on oil has made Iran vulnerable to fluctuations in global oil prices. When oil prices fall, as they did in the mid-2010s, Iran's economy suffers from reduced revenues, leading to budget deficits and economic instability. Diversification and industry. While the energy sector dominates Iran's economy, the government has made attempts to diversify into other sectors. Iran has a robust manufacturing base, including automobiles, petrochemicals, steel, cement, and textiles. The automobile industry is the second largest in the Middle East, after Turkey, and is a significant source of employment. Iran also has a growing technology sector, with increasing investments in IT, software development, and e-commerce. Despite its potential, this sector faces challenges due to restricted access to global markets and technology resulting from international sanctions. Agriculture remains an important part of the economy, especially in rural areas. Iran produces a wide range of agricultural products, including pistachios, saffron, dates, and wheat. The agriculture sector accounts for about 10% of Iran's GDP and employs a substantial portion of the population. Economic challenges. Iran's economy has faced significant challenges due to mismanagement, corruption, and sanctions. Government intervention and a large public sector have often stifled private sector growth, while subsidies on fuel and other commodities strain the national budget. The Iranian economy is also characterized by a large informal sector, which accounts for a substantial portion of economic activity. Sanctions have been one of the most significant challenges for Iran's economy, particularly since the United States imposed wide-ranging sanctions over Iran's nuclear program. These sanctions have limited Iran's ability to export oil, access international banking systems, and attract foreign investment. The Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, or JCPOA, signed in 2015, provided temporary relief by lifting some sanctions in exchange for curbs on Iran's nuclear program. However, the United States' withdrawal from the deal in 2018 and the re-imposition of sanctions severely impacted Iran's economy, leading to high inflation, unemployment, and a devalued currency. Economic reforms. In response to these challenges, the Iranian government has pursued several reforms aimed at reducing dependence on oil and improving economic resilience. These reforms include cutting subsidies, promoting privatization, and encouraging investment in non-oil sectors. However, the pace of reform has been slow, and the country continues to face obstacles in achieving sustainable economic growth. Iran is a dominant player in the Middle East, where it has positioned itself as a leader of the Shia Muslim world. Its geopolitical strategy often involves supporting Shia groups and governments across the region to expand its influence, particularly in countries like Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, and Yemen. Iran's support for non-state actors such as Hezbollah in Lebanon and Shia militias in Iraq has been a key factor in its regional strategy, helping Tehran project power beyond its borders. Iran's rivalry with Saudi Arabia, a Sunni-majority country, is one of the defining features of Middle Eastern geopolitics. This rivalry has contributed to proxy conflicts across the region, including in Syria and Yemen, where Iran and Saudi Arabia back opposing factions. Iran's involvement in these conflicts has drawn criticism from other regional powers and Western countries, further isolating it internationally. Iran's relations with Western countries, particularly the United States, have been fraught with tension since the 1979 Islamic Revolution. The U.S. Iran relationship has been characterized by decades of mistrust, sanctions, and confrontations, largely stemming from Iran's nuclear program, its role in regional conflicts, and its anti-Western rhetoric. The Iran nuclear deal of 2015 was a brief period of détente, offering hope for improved relations between Iran and the West. However, the US withdrawal from the deal in 2018 and the reimposition of sanctions have led to a resurgence of tensions. The US has also accused Iran of destabilizing the region through its support for militias and militant groups. Iran's relations with the European Union have been more pragmatic, with European countries generally supporting diplomatic solutions to Iran's nuclear issue. European businesses were quick to re-enter the Iranian market following the signing of the JCPOA, although many have since withdrawn due to the threat of US sanctions. In response to its isolation by Western powers, Iran has sought to strengthen ties with Russia and China. Both countries have supported Iran diplomatically, particularly in the UN Security Council, and have opposed unilateral US sanctions. China is one of Iran's largest trading partners, particularly in the energy sector, while Russia and Iran have cooperated militarily in conflicts such as the Syrian civil war, where both support the regime of Bashar al-Assad. Israel has taken an aggressive stance on Iran's nuclear ambitions, repeatedly warning that it will not allow Tehran to obtain a nuclear weapon. There have been covert operations attributed to Israel, including the assassination of Iranian nuclear scientists and cyber attacks on nuclear facilities. On January 3, 2020, Qasem Soleimani, an Iranian major general, was killed by an American drone strike near Baghdad International Airport, Iraq, while traveling to meet Iraqi Prime Minister Adel Abdul Mahdi. On October 7, 2023, Hamas launched a surprise attack on colonized Palestinian land, illegally occupied by Israel. In response, Israel attacked back and ended up committing genocide in Gaza. This quickly escalated tensions with Iran and Israel, as it believes Hamas' militant group attack was supported by Iran. The proxy militant groups supported by Iran, like Houthis in Yemen and Hezbollah in Lebanon, are also attacking Israel to stop them from committing genocide in Gaza. Israel has also responded with its attacks. Currently, the situation is worse and could lead up to a full-scale war with Iran and its proxies in the Middle East region, and that could trigger World War III.